on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to bless my money and pray at the same time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's your brother Israel. You know what I'm saying? It's your brother Israel. I'm here at I'm on holy grounds right now, family. And what I want from my other brothers and sisters out there in the world is don't neglect to pay your tithes and pay your offerings. It's very serious. If you want God to bless your money, I hear a lot of black folk on the internet talk about don't give God no money. Don't give God no money. Hey, check this out. When you get paid on your check, the government automatically takes 10% of your money. Automatically, you know what I'm saying? Will take 10% of your annually income, your monthly income every single month. So if you're gonna give some, the government, they ain't doing nothing for us. You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing nothing they ain't doing nothing for me like that, family. They're not. They ain't giving me nothing. But I will tell you two small stories. I remember one time I quit my job and it was 2014. It was the recession. And I quit my job because I worked there for like 7-8 years. I got tired of working there. And, you know, I was hustling. I was legally hustling, doing a little bit of this, doing a little bit of that, working with my pops, and I would get money. So I'm not going to sit up here and say that it was the most money in all of the world and it was a grander scale of money. No, it wasn't. It was a little bit of what I had, but God, he honored me. So I paid the little bit of money that I had. I still tithed and offered, even though I had to pay my rent, even though I didn't have no job, I didn't have nowhere of getting no food and paying the rest of my bills. I still made it my business to pay the little bit that I had. And God blessed me with a check in the mail for over $5,000 back in 2014. I remember recently because I'm tithing and I'm offering. I went down, family. I went down to the DMV to pay my truck registration and all those other fees. It came up to $400. Why, when I got down there, all of the first bill for $250, it was paid. Then when I got my tags, somebody paid it. So you can't sit up here and tell me that God doesn't bless us. Look at the two stories that I had. I paid the little bit of money that I had. I didn't have a job. I had a roof over my head though. And I was hustling the legal way when my pops was still around back up in 2014. Nah, it was 2008. It was either 2008 or it was 2014, but it was the recession. And I'll be hustling with my pops and then hustling on the side. If I said the ways I was hustling, y'all would laugh at me. You would make fun of me. But I gave God the best of what I had. And he blessed me. He blessed me with a check in the mail for over $5,000 last year. No, it was this year. This year, because I still pay my tithes and my offers. I went down, right? I went down to the DMV to pay for my registration and other fees that I had on my truck. By the time I got down there, somebody already paid all my fees of $400. So you can't sit up here and tell me that God doesn't bless us through our money. Now I'm sitting up here, right? I got and if I show you, I don't want you listening to none of them sorry ass Hebrews sitting up over there, them sorry ass Negroes sitting there telling you, oh, don't tithe and don't offer. Don't tithe and don't offer. God ain't doing that. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that because my God is too good to me. My God honors me. My God blesses me. So, and you got to remember, when you go to church, you're not supposed to pay tithes and offer every time you go to church. You're supposed to save up all of your money and bring it to God at one time. Let's check this out. If 10 years go by and you don't give God at least $5,000, I don't think he's going to bless you. Every 10 years, I count inside of my head how much money that I give God. And I always give him within 10 years, I give him $8,000 to $9,000 to $10,000. Okay, it's not fruits and vegetables. Okay, it's not the freshly of my flock. It's the best of what I got. And what I got is good as gold. What I have is good as silver. What I have is good as copper. And to be honest with you, what I have to give, it's the same as paying 100 dinarises. It's the same as paying in the same gold coins and gold silver. So look, family, look. Okay, I got my brute offering right here, right? I'm only gonna give my brute offering. I'm only gonna give my brute offering $50. About 50, like $50. I'm gonna put this $50 into my brute offering. That's my brute offering, family. I want you to be blessed. I do not want you to be sitting up here like my other brothers and sisters, and God don't never come through for them when the stuff hits the fan, because it's gonna be a time in your life you're gonna be in the clutch. You ain't gonna have nobody to turn to, and the only person you really saw. I got my $50. Where my pen at? I got my $50 for my brute offering. Okay, that's one, because I put the $50 in it. Okay, my next offering is my peace offering. I want peace. I'm gonna put another $50 on it, family. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bragging. Shouts out to all my people in the chat. Shouts out to all my people in the chat. What is good? What is good? What is good? Peace and blessings be to your day. So I got my brute offering, which is $50. Another $50. I'm not bragging, family. The more money you give God is the more you give back. I give God $50. I give him $50 in my brute offering, right? But he might turn this into $500 to me. He might turn it into $5,000 to me. He might turn it into 5 million. Because there's no telling what your God can do. My other sorry brothers and sisters up over there, they sorry because they don't pay God what they owe. They can sit up all year long and pay the government. They can pay the government. Look, it's another 50. You know what I'm saying? It's another 50 right here. And this is my I did my peace offering. I did my brute offering. This is my sin offering. You know what I'm saying? So I got my sin offering, I got my peace offering, I got my brute offering. That's already $150. You have to save, family. You have to save to pay God. You just can't go to church and pay God every single time you go to church. You're gonna be broke. God said to save up all your money. And when you come pay your tithes and your offering, you pay him at one time. That's why y'all see me today being loyal and being faithful, because if I can sit up here and teach you how to do this, how to sacrifice, I'm sacrificing, but this money is God's already. It was never mine in the first place. God put a roof over my head. God allowed me to go to work. God gave me a job. God put food in my refrigerator. God put a car for me to drive. So this is another $50 right here, right? You see the $50? And it's for my trespass offerings. I'm not perfect, family. I'm not perfect, family. That's why I'm paying the trespass offering, so God can forgive me for the iniquities that I do give into. So that's $200 right there. That's $200 with my trespass offering is $50. My sin offering is another $50. That's $100. My peace offering, that's my peace offering, I'm gonna put 50 on there because it's $50 in there, and my brute offering is another $50. So that's $200 that I've already right now. Now with this right here, so this, damn, that's a lot of money right there. Okay, I still got my brute offering. I'm gonna put $50 in my brute offering. I'm gonna put $50 in my brute offering, but my free will offering. Oh damn, that's already. I did already put $50 in there. I did my brute offering. So my free will offering. How much money do I got? I got 100, 150, 200, 300. That's $300. Look. This is why I be blessed. This is why I don't never hurt for money. This is why anytime something bad happens, God is going to come through for me. This is why. This is why every time when something break down and I ain't got the money, I've already paid my tithe and my offering. God is going to bless me. I sleep good at night knowing that I'm working and God allows me to work to make money. Your government does you the same way. They allow you to get a job. They allow you to work, but they're going to automatically take 10% off top. God ain't even asking all of that. God ain't even asking the same money that your government take from you every single month, every single year, annually and monthly. God is not asking you for all that. The more you do better in life, the more money you give God, the more you will be blessed. When I didn't have nothing and I only had little jobs to where I was only making 10,000 and 20,000 a year, I still tithed and offered the best that I can. Now I'm doing better in life. Now I got more money. I got more responsibilities. I make more in an hour, so I make more. But that you think I'll be stupid enough to sit up here and not give God what is his? I'm at the church, family. I'm at the Israelite church right now. And what let's see what offerings is really quick. So you got our knucklehead black folk out there and they, oh, I'm not gonna tithe, I'm not gonna offer, I'm not gonna give God anything. Okay, declare that a tenth of the produce and livestock is holy to the Lord. I don't have livestock to give to God, family. Them $50, them $300, this $500 that I'm fit to put in. That's like a gold necklace. That's like a gold bar. Those are like gold coins and silver coins. That's like copper coins. That's the same as denariuses. Okay, numbers. Command a tenth to be given to the Leviticus for the service. Okay, discuss annually tithing for supporting the Levites and the needy. Okay, accursed the people of robbing God by withholding tithes and offerings, promising blessings for obedience. God is going to bless me for this, family. He going to bless me all the way for this, for me being obedient. Okay, tithing, 10% and offering. It's okay. It are intended to support the ministry, to help and honor God as the source of all my wealth. God is all the source of my wealth. Now, I might not take it up. I'm still going to take it upon myself to help everybody that I can with the money that I have. God, he knows that. But if I miss anything, I still paid my tithes and I still paid my offerings. So if I miss helping a person, that still wraps up in all this money that I'm giving to God. It's still wrapped up and he looking at me like, oh, he cool. He still gave all that money to me because my child loved me and my child is being obedient to me. You can't go to church and sit up there and every time you get paid, give God some money like that. God never said that. God said to store. I stood up for all these months, family. I stood up for all these months, all the months that it took me to save this $500 to tithe and offer on, to bring it to church at one time. And a lot of people, they would argue but you can't argue with me because I know the word of God in and out, all the way around. You know what I'm saying? All the way around. So not only am I helping this church, I'm helping the people that they help is going to bless me as well. So whoever is blessed by this money that I give it, this church right here, they're going to buy clothes for the homeless people. This money right here, they're going to feed the homeless. This money right here is going to help people in the congregation so they can pay their light bill or whatever the situation is. Because when I relinquish the money to the church, it's no longer my problem. I did what I was supposed to do. Please don't be like my other brothers and sisters that are so scared and they're robbing from God with what they already have. They have a lot to give, family. They can go to the bar, they can go to the casino, they can go to the Walmart, they can go to the Nike store, and they can blow all this damn money, and it means nothing. But when it comes to paying God what is his, which is yours, remember, I'm just paying God back what he gave me. Remember, he put a roof over my head. He keep me fed. He keep clothes on my back. He keep me to where I can go out and make money. So it's not even mine, but it's going to bless me so much. Every year that go by, I count, family. And when 10 years go by and you don't give God at least 5,000 to 6,000 to 7, I try to every year, I try to give God at least $1,000 of my own money. And God is going to, because I make so much money now. I try every 10 years, I look back and I say to myself, I gave God 10,000 of my money, 10,000 every 10 years. So every 10 years they go by, you got to ask yourself, how much have you sacrificed for God? I need clothes right now. I need shoes right now. I need to get some more groceries, but that's all right because I'm going to find a way. I'm not hurting. I'm not broke, but this next this next $300. You see it. It's $300 in that that I'm gonna put on my I'm gonna put it on my free will offering freely. I give this to God freely. So I got the 100, 200, 300. That's 300 I'm gonna put into my free will offering. And I did good today, family, because I went into the church and I told them, because I got to go back to give them the money. I told them anytime I'm looking for a job from God. I'm looking for a job at this church that I'll work for free. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I leave here, I'm gonna give them all my information to where anytime they need me, all they have to do is call me. Because not only am I working in the real world, I'll come work for this big old giant church, because this church is so humongous. It looks like it could be a grammar school. It looked like it could be a high school. This is a lot of different acres that this church they own. So I know that they're blessing this community. You know what I'm saying? This community back, it's a big community back here all around me. So my money affects them, and my money helps other people that I don't even know. But are you willing to sacrifice? So I got my free will offering, which is damn, where my pen at? I just had my pen. Damn it. That's all right. I'll write it when I get in there. So and my phone is for to die out on me. I got to get up out of here, family. So I got the 300. Then I got my brute offering, 350. Then I got my trespass offering. What is that? 400? 400. Then I got my sin offering, another $50. That's 450. Then I got my peace offering, because I want peace in my life. That's another $50. That is $500 right there. God gonna bless me. I'm gonna get it back. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it back somehow, some type of way. He's going to bless me. But please, my brothers, please, my sisters, don't be out here acting silly with my other brothers and sisters that don't want to pay God what he is owed. Does God need my money? He need my money to be able to move around on this earth, family. He does, just like he needs your money, and your money is gonna bless other people. But my brothers, when the stuff hits the fan, they ain't gonna have nobody to turn to. And they had a time to pay God what was his, but they was more worried about the club. They was more worried about the strip club. They was more worried about the parties. They was more worried about their weed. They was more worried about their alcohol. They was more worried about their shoes. They was more worried about their clothes than to pay God what he worked. I said to you again, when I was broke and I didn't have no job and I was out here hustling the legal way with my pops, I gave every single thing that I had, and God blessed me with a $5,000 check. I didn't even have a job. That carried me off through the whole year. Last year, I went down to pay $400. It was like $400 and something for my car fees, my registration, and all that. When I got there, somebody already paid it for me. So that was $400 that I did not have to pay. That was $5,000 given to me in the mail, just because I was tithing and offering. So please, my brothers, please, my sisters, don't listen to my other brothers and sisters that don't know what the hell they talking about. Peace and blessings be upon your day. Glory, glory to the eternal, forever living God.